What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about each and every one of the scheme spotlight cards coming to College Football 25 Ultimate Team tomorrow, including Dante Thornton Jr. with 97 speed, great route running. Stats card looks incredibly good. As far as schemes, right? So, for me, do I run schemes right now? I personally, and this is just me, I did in the past. However, I haven't rebuilt my team yet, and I don't know when I rebuild my team if I'm going to run schemes. Obviously, for a little bit longer, schemes are going to be valuable. Schemes are going to be useful. But there is going to come a time whenever we get the 99 cards, schemes aren't going to really matter. So, I don't know. To me, they are important right now, but if you don't have a scheme team, it's okay. So let's start off with Dante Thornton Jr. 97 speed, route running stats are elite, 98 catching is fantastic, good catch in traffic, again, route running is solid. The card is, is really solid. So, again, ability-wise, D-Crop says a goal ability for each of them. We'll see. We'll see for the wide receiver and Thornton if, what abilities he comes with. With the LTD we got today, the wide receiver that we got today from Pitt, Boyd, I believe is who it was, right? He came with that goal takeoff, which obviously is fantastic. So we'll see with Dante Thornton ability-wise what he comes with, but the card does look really solid. Speed, obviously route running, looks good for Thornton. Spread option, it's not necessarily my favorite scheme. I don't love this scheme at all. But with the LTDs, you can, at least in the past, have been able to change their schemes as well, which is super important. Right outside linebacker, Kane Medrano up next. Run stopper, 93 speed, good acceleration, good block shed. Can get after the quarterback a little bit. I do want to see what his zone coverage looks like. I want to see what the change of direction looks like because the card doesn't look bad, again, decent enough speed, decent enough stats all across the board. As far as his height, he's 6'3" as well at the outside linebacker. Does he come with that gold quick jump? Again, we'll just have to kind of wait and see. But Kane looks okay. Doesn't look like game-breaking good. For a 98 overall, 93 speed, it's fine. But it's just not necessarily like game-breaking or game-changing in my opinion. Does fit that multiple D, which again, it's not what I run. Ahmaad Moses up next. Free safety from SMU. 97 speed acceleration, 96 zone coverage, only an 89 man. 98 pursuit is obviously really good. But for me, the man coverage should be, that needs to be better. That's one of the most important stats, at that free safety position. And so that obviously leaves a lot to be desired at the 89. Speed acceleration is pretty solid for him. He is only 5'10" as well. The reason I bring that up is because, again, if you run zone coverage or even man coverage, height is super important in the secondary. Moses isn't super lengthy. So I think the card's fine. I just don't think he's game-changing good. Now, again, if you do run mostly zone coverage, you change the scheme, obviously he can be an incredibly good free safety for you. I just don't love him as far as a base card. If you don't look at the scheme specifically, I just do not love what Moses does provide necessarily on the field. Up next, we see DJ Lagway from Florida, 96 speed, 96 throw power, accuracy stats look elite. There is no flaws in him. The only flaw that I have is he doesn't fit my scheme. You're not going to be able to change the scheme of Lagway. But I do know a lot of people who do run that pro-style scheme. So if that's you, if you're running the pro-style scheme, this quarterback can be one of the best quarterbacks in the game. We'll have to wait to see what the player traits look like. We'll have to wait and see, whether he throws a tight spiral, what the throw accuracy stat looks like. But Lagway does look like a really good card to fit your squad. Again, great speed at a 96. Accuracy stats look incredible. Throw power is good. There's just no flaws that I see with Lagway. I have to see ability-wise what the card comes with as well. But I think he has what it takes to be one of the better quarterbacks in the game. Masco up next, cornerback from Rutgers, 3-2-6 scheme. Who's running that scheme? Certainly not I. 97 speed, 97 acceleration, 95 man, 97 zone. The only thing I think that this card lacks compared to, let's say, the corner we got today is really that press man coverage. So if you play a lot of press man coverage, he's not going to be the absolute best. But if you like R1 where you mix up your man, you mix up your zone coverage, I think this corner is going to be elite. Now, he is only 5'11". It's not horrible, but obviously you do wish for taller corners in the game. But as far as complete corners at a 97 overall, speed acceleration 97, 97 man, 95 zone, that's fine. As long as his change of direction is good, he's going to be one of the best corners in the entire game. And you guys can say I'm gassing him, but genuinely, if that change of direction is good, and he can play man, he can play zone. Again, to me, it's going to come down to that change of direction. Wish Suppressed was maybe slightly better for Bo Masco, but card is obviously really good and definitely a card that I think is going to be able to help you guys compete at a very high level, especially if you do play zone. Jayden Baugh up next from Florida, 97 speed, 95 acceleration, 97 truck, 96 break tackle, 97 carrying is definitely that power back. Only as a 90 change of direction. Yikes. I mean, a 90 change of direction on a 97 running back to me is crazy. Like, is that not crazy to y'all? A 90 change of direction on a 97 overall running back to me is insane. Overall, the card is fine. I just wish that was slightly better for Jayden Baugh. But other than that, again, good speed, going to be a power back. Good carrying, should not fumble for you guys. Can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. It's just really that change of direction that to me, when I'm looking at the card, it's just like, what are we doing with this card? Like, that change of direction leaves so much to be desired for Baugh in Ultimate Team. Dante Johnson up next, defensive tackle, 90 speed acceleration, 97 block shed, gets after the quarterback, a beast. Like, I don't know what negative things I can say. Speed acceleration, good. Block shed, 97, elite. Sure, you maybe could wish he got after the quarterback slightly better. Like, if there is a complaint about this card, I think that's what it has to be, because his block shed, speed acceleration are perfect. You know, some of the best in the entire game. Sure, you maybe wish he got after the quarterback, but I really like the card. And this is the type of card that I'm just like, schemes really don't matter in the game anymore, because this is a card with, even without any upgrades, he doesn't need anything. The card is an absolute beast. He's going to be able to stop the run, going to be able to occasionally get after the quarterback. Johnson is a stud, and so I really do like the card. He's about as exciting as a defensive tackle can be. David Gbenda up next. I don't think I even pronounced that name right. Gbenda, maybe I did. 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 95 block shed, gets after the quarterback. I just think in coverage, I could be wrong, but my prediction is David Gbenda, I think is how you pronounce it. I think him in coverage is going to leave a lot to be desired, because again, the block shed is great. Power moves, finesse moves, good. I wish his speed was a little bit higher. But as far as like a run stopping and outside linebacker that can get after the quarterback, he's going to be good. You know, I can't hate on him as far as those couple of things. Now, dropping into coverage, we'll have to wait and see exactly what those stats look like. I do expect them to leave a little bit to be desired, but the card's not bad. I wish he was a little bit faster. That's my one real complaint about him. Not necessarily my favorite outside linebacker, but he's not horrible. Brian Felter up next, 98 strength. Better run blocker than pass blocker, but he's good at both. I can't even say that, honestly. He's a complete tackle, or a complete left guard in this game. Obviously, as far as his scheme, power spread, most people don't run that. But the 98 strength, he has 98 pass blocking, 98 run blocking. Like, as far as an offensive lineman, is he the best offensive lineman in the game? Am I gassing it? 98 pass blocking, 98 run blocking with 98 strength. What do you want me to say negatively about him? I mean, my goodness, Brian Felter is an absolute stud on this game. So as far as these drops, honestly, I'm a little let down by the LTDs. And I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying, like, he's the 98 overall, only 97 speed. Like, he looks fine, but he doesn't look like he comes with an ability. This right outside linebacker looks solid, but I'm really going to need to see what he's like in coverage. As far as the free safety, definitely a letdown for me. And so, like, yeah, we're seeing an overall bump, but I feel like with the overall bump, the cards are just letdowns right now. Am I wrong? Like, do you guys disagree? I just feel like right now we're getting different cards, and I'm fine with it, but I just feel like right now in College Football Ultimate Team, these LTDs at least are a letdown. Because if you compare them to the 97s we're getting, I think the 97s are literally just as good. Like, look at Lagway's stats, elite. For a quarterback. You look at Bo Masco's stats, elite for a cornerback. And so that's the one thing that I'm looking at here is, I mean, honestly, I'm more excited about the 97s coming out tomorrow than the LTDs. Like, genuinely, I am. And so you guys can let me know your thoughts on that. Is that just me, or do you guys feel the same way? I don't like Baugh, but as far as like the rest of them, I think we've got a lot of solid cards. Johnson's good. David Gbenda is not great, but he's fine. Felter is a stud of a left guard in this game. And one thing I know I've said a lot, and I keep repeating, is don't feel like you need, these specific schemes. Like, honestly, at this stage, I think schemes are just overrated. Just because, again, players are basically maxed stat-wise at this stage. What is really the difference between a 98 and 97? Yes, there's a difference, but it's not that important at this stage. So that's going to wrap it up for my video. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.